So let's not get weird about it, you know? Where do I go when when they're suiting up? I don't accept loneliness. I did not expect this to get so awkward. Hi friends, I'm Christine Brandt. Welcome back to my channel. I make videos about what it's like to be a fire family. Today, I've got a fun one for you. I want to talk about 10 things I don't do as a fire wife. Now, it's lighthearted, okay? We're trying to have a little bit of fun with stereotypes today, debunking some stereotypes. So please hear me. If you see yourself in one of these stereotypes, I am not criticizing you. I'm also not saying that I'm better than anyone because I don't do these things. I think that's enough caveats. Let's get into it. Okay, the first thing I don't do as a fire wife is own a house. So we do own a condo. Semantics. I just want to mention that as with like most millennials in Southern California, we're in our mid-30s and we are not yet in our forever home. We bought a condo with the help of family back in 2018. We now rent it out to friends. We live in a single family home that we rent from a landlord, and we're saving up for a house. So even as a fire family with a pretty stable income, we have chosen a single income lifestyle. So there are some sacrifices we make, and I just want to let you know that if you're also a fire wife, wondering if you're the only one that doesn't own a house, you're not. It's super normal in our generation, in our state. So let's not get weird about it, you know? The second thing I don't do is avoid the fire station. I think it's actually pretty common to feel nervous to go to the station. It's a bunch of like large, handsome men, and especially when you're new to the community, you don't really know what to do with yourself because they get calls while you're at the station. I mean, my husband has always worked at a busy station. And so I've never visited him where he's been able to just like sit and hang out with us the whole time. He always gets interrupted by a call. And over the years, I have become more confident, like they invited us here, they want us here, it's okay to be here. But you definitely feel a little bit in the way those first couple times, like where do I go when they're suiting up? Don't let that get to you. I do not avoid the fire station. It's so special when they work holidays to visit, or any time that we're close to his fire station and we have time to stop by and say hi, which is not common. We live pretty far from our station. I don't avoid it. I consider them a second family, and I make myself at home there within reason. The third thing I don't do, and this one I want you to take really seriously, is I don't accept loneliness. Now, please understand this. If you are watching and you're experiencing loneliness, I'm not telling you you're doing anything wrong. Like, loneliness is super valid. It's really sucky. I've been there. My husband is gone a lot, and those days can get really lonely, and that's okay. It's okay to feel lonely. We don't have to deny how we're feeling, but I don't accept staying lonely because I know that there are so many other women, moms, potential friends right here in my neighborhood, right here in my city, in my county, in all of Southern California. And I have just become really passionate over the years about going first in friendship. My husband has a joke whenever we're hanging out at like a park or a brewery, somewhere where there's lots of moms and kids. He like will scan the area and be like, did you get that mom's number yet? Because I am commonly asking for people's numbers, and guess what? No one has ever said no. Like, sure, when I initiate hanging out, if I'm not getting a response from you, I will take the hint. I know not everybody is accepting new friend applications, but generally speaking, I find that people in the same season of life as me are really hungry for deep, meaningful connections, and you just gotta be brave and go first sometimes. So I don't accept loneliness. The fourth thing I don't do as a firewife is deep clean the house. This more has to do with my season of 2 young children, but it's because I have to solo parent them a lot while he's gone. And I do tidy our house like kind of throughout the day. At least once a day I do like a full reset where I'm like, you know, putting toys away and putting laundry away and sweeping floors, getting dishes done. But I really don't do any scrubbing right now. Things are grimy, like don't look too close, don't bring a white glove. I like to hire a housekeeper a couple times a year to help out. But you know what I honestly do? Like my system, technically, if I'm being completely honest, is I just wait until we have people over. Because we have people over frequently enough, probably at least once a month or so. And I use that as my motivation to look around and be like, what will be gross to them? I should probably scrub that toilet. That's just the season I'm in right now. I think it'll change one day, but I have accepted mediocrity in deep cleaning. The next thing I don't do as a firewife is follow his calls. I used to have the Pulse Point app, and I would kind of glance over it in the mornings just to kind of get a sense of what kind of a night he might have had, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I found myself getting a little bit too invested and worried, and I deleted it within like a few months. It's really none of my business. Like if something major happens, I will find out about it. He will communicate with me. And honestly, the way firewives usually hear about big fires is that they start getting messages from loved ones who watch the news. So I'll find out. Like if there's information I need to know, it will find me. The sixth thing I don't do as a firewife is wait for him to come home and fix stuff around the house. And this is actually pretty common among firewives. Most of my friends, I'm proud to say, are very capable, and we have become quite handy because you can't wait 72 hours to change a light bulb. I have learned to use power tools to shut off the power and the water and get critters out of the house when necessary. Like, not always fun. And I'm not saying I overextend myself. There are definitely tasks I save for when he can help me, because I'm not trying to do it all by myself. But if there are little inconveniences that need to be fixed so our family can continue living comfortably, I have to take care of that so that we aren't just like overly dependent on him. Another thing I don't do as a firewife is wake up with him. Like I said, we live pretty far from the station, so he has to leave for work by like 4 a.m. And I just don't need to be up that early. He also doesn't need me up that early. Like if I were to try and like make him coffee and give him a kiss, I don't think he would hate it, but he wouldn't appreciate it. He's like, just leave me to myself. So I don't wake up with him, and I actually don't even wake up with him when he's off because I keep a pretty early schedule myself. I'm up at 5:30 most days, and when he's off, he's sleeping in. So we don't do early mornings together, and that's fine. Similarly, the next thing I don't do as a firewife is go to bed with him. Yeah, we go to bed at different times. That's all I'm saying. We keep really different sleep schedules. Like when he's off, he likes to stay up later than I do. I pretty much am like a 9 to 5 girly, in bed by 9, up by 5:30. I don't know what time he goes to bed, honestly. I know what time he wakes up. And then on the nights before he has to work, he's going to bed by like 7:30, 8. So it's very rare that we climb into bed at the same time. That's fine. We get our snuggles in elsewhere, okay? The ninth thing I don't do as a firewife is complain about our lifestyle. Now, do I process? Yes. Do I vent sometimes? Yes. But when I zoom out, I never want to complain about this lifestyle. It is such a blessing. The benefits outweigh the costs, and I am so thankful to be married to a man with such an interesting and special and highly skilled purpose. He's able to help people in ways that most of us can't, just because of physical strength, and I'm so proud of him. And then the comfort and the stability and the variety it affords our family, both with his income and his schedule, I have nothing to complain about. The 10th thing I don't do as a firewife is cosmetic surgery. Listen, I have plenty of friends who have gotten work done. Again, not a judgment. I say good for you if it helps you feel confident and helps you feel like yourself. Personally, I think this is the way I'm supposed to look. I like how I look. I don't do it. So those are 10 things I don't do as a firewife. If you liked this video, please subscribe and come back for more videos like this. I will talk to you next time. Bye, friends.